Hello and welcome back to FTB Interactions. Now I'm still waiting on a bunch of Chrome to cook up. So for now at least I thought I would go through my plan. So I want to set up these large plasma turbines in order to make extra power. So the fuel that I've chosen is going to be Helium Plasma. Now this made either with deuterium and tritium or deuterium and helium-3. And I think I'll go with this recipe. So helium-3 is just helium in a centrifuge. As you can see, the ratio here is quite bad. So instead, I actually think I'm gonna use a replicator, and with just 1 millipacket of neutral matter and 2 of positive, I can get 1000 millipackets of helium-3. And obviously the deuterium is just made by centrifuging prime with enriched X. And I've put it in a pretty much maximum upgrade tank. So I have quite a bit of a backlog. Now of course, in order to actually make the large plasma turbine itself, it's pretty much just a whole ton of tungsten steel, some wetwares of course, and a UV machine hull. Now this is gonna require some aluminum and some Naquada alloy. So Naquada alloy is made in an LUV blast furnace with Naquada, osmilitium and argon. So I've actually done some testing in my test rod, and that setup should fuel quite a bit. I think I was able to fuel like 10 large plasma turbines without actually losing out on any fuel. So ultimately, well, it's gonna make a lot of power basically. But at least for right now, I think I'm just gonna make 1 plasma turbine, and it's gonna give me the materials to make 2 more at least. And I also tested out the difference between the LUV rotor holder and the max rotor holder. So the LUV one does about 41,000 EU a tick, and the max one does 48,000. So considering how much more expensive the max one is, it really isn't worth it. And there we go, that's the Mark 1 Fusion Reactor multi-block, all done. Now I've built this 2x2 chunk space in order to have room for at least the Mark 2 and the Mark 3 Fusion Reactor, and the fourth one for the Plasma Turbines. But anyways, so if you guys paid attention during the time lapse, I actually built this guy one block further than it needs to be. This point right here was outside of the chunk, which, as we've already learned, is not a good idea with GregTech machines, so I had to rebuild the whole thing, move it just one forward. But yeah, basically the way this guy works is that he has an EU buffer. Now, I'm not exactly sure how much it is because without the commas it's hard, but I think it's 40 million. And it starts with either 10 million or starts with nothing. Anyways, I've added 4 LUV energy input hatches. And I'm gonna give all of them a focus point. Now, with 4 hatches, that means that the fusion reactor has big enough buffer in order to actually. Okay, never mind. Actually, it doesn't. I was looking at this recipe. Yeah, with this recipe, it's able to do it, but not with this. So I had to add 2 more. Okay, that should do it. Right? Yep, 60 million. I don't know why it says pretty much everywhere that as you can hatch increase the buffer width by 100k when it's 10 million each. Or maybe I'm just not counting the zeros correctly. Yeah, so just in a couple seconds, the buffer of EU should fill. Now, it's important to note that it doesn't actually need this EU to actually do the recipe, it just needs it in order to start. As you can see, it's just a very quick 1-second recipe at TV. Okay, so now it's time to set up the fuel production for this guy. So I'm gonna grab another centrifuge here, and I've got a drum with some helium. So I'm gonna drill this, and I'm gonna try to make a full bucket of helium-3. Because in order to get started with a replication process, you need a helium-3 cell, and this requires a full bucket. So I'm thinking of setting up a HV replicator. Just because the recipe is quite quick. It's just 15 seconds at LV. So a HV should take no time at all. So let me add in the recipe for this fuel generator. And this is going to require some more osmium. So I mapped this out, and apparently it takes 8 of these. So I'm pretty sure that should do it. Obviously, I just have to add the replicator recipe inside here. Yeah, so we're just gonna need some gold cape. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to extend this just a little bit. Hopefully not too much though. Okay, let's extend that cable here. Then place the replicator top. Now I have to go give these guys some fluid storage buses. And hopefully I'm not running out here. 4 of 8. And these are pretty much only for this now, since well, the big steel cell of the U matter that I got for quest award gonna be more than enough. So anyways, let's add those guys in here. So first up it's gonna be positive matter and neutral matter. And now I'm gonna have to put them in. Alright, positive and neutral matter. Brown. And eventually some neutral matter is gonna come in here. There we go. And now I believe this guy is done, at least he's made the full bucket. Yep. Okay, so I need to grab a cell. Actually, first let me take a look at which kind of cell this is. It's just helium 3 cell. Okay. Because I think there's like some issues with other types of cells. Yeah, this one should work fine. If I throw it in here, the replicator should start working, and already I have 2 buckets of helium 3, which is gonna be more than enough. Okay, so that's gonna leave me with 2 channels free on this line. Okay, so I've run an Python logistics connection over to the Fusion Reactor. So now it's time to set up the fluid interface here. Okay, I should establish the channel anytime now. There we go. So we're gonna have deuterium and helium 3. And then connect up the inputs with some fluid conduits. So this one is gonna get a filter for helium 3. And this one is gonna get a filter for deuterium. And this should do it in theory. Yep, there we go, we have helium plasma. Now I think the first speeds up the whole buffer, but I think that's how it's supposed to work. Anyways, I think I'm just gonna throw a basic quantum tank on this. That should hold a bunch of helium plasma and actually set up a kind of a buffer system if I ever need to repurpose this guy for anything else, which I think I will do, since yeah, I think I'll have to make a bunch of zirconium in the future, and that doesn't require all that much power. And it can be done here. So let's give this helium plasma a storage bus. Probably just on the bottom here. Partition the drive. And connecting it should be pretty easy with some conduits. There we go. So now let me actually check up on my buffers for deuterium. Yeah, so my deuterium is slightly going down, but it should cause a problem. I think I have way more than enough. And helium 3. Yeah, this is not gonna be a problem at all. Alright, so in the meantime, I've cooked up a couple I take a full stack of Nicola alloy, and I don't know if it's the quest. It's not. Okay. So in theory, I should be able to make a large plasma turbine now. Okay, after adding a couple more recipes, and I actually don't have a large pipe extruder, so I might as well just make one now. Okay, that should do it. Now secondarize the charm with this guy. And with pretty much everything I do apparently. Yeah, gears here are gonna take a bit. So are they actually into recipes? Yeah, so we did need to move this guy to ADV after all. That's nice. Alright then, after some casting, I have a large plasma turbine along with 30 steel turbine casings. Now it's important to note to actually make sure these are the purple ones because there's another one. I think it's called the robust. Yeah, the robust. This one doesn't work, so you have to make this one. So along with that, I've made a road holder, and that should finish the quest here, which should give me enough materials for 2 more. And it also gives me, I think, was this quest? Oh, no, it was this quest that gives me 2 max route holders. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna build them like right over here. So I think these are pretty much the same setup as the steel turbines. So it's 3 white, 4 long. And then place the plasma turbine controller here. The rotor holder. Gonna put the UV one at the bottom. Alright, that's the first one. So I'm not exactly certain if just having an input hatch is gonna mean that it's gonna need more turbine casings. At least I hope not. Maybe they got for that the quest. Alright, now it's time to build a couple more up here. And there we go. Actually have some extras left over even. Should be possible to add some more in the future. Now I'm gonna get these osmium turbine motors because even though the terrestrial ones are really good, they're very annoying to class. I'm probably just gonna stick with these guys. Their rotor efficiency is 100, so should do fine. Let's check on my helium plasma buffer here, looking quite healthy. So let's add another fluid interface, simply right here. And that's now we get helium plasma. Okay, some very quick math suggests this should make about 4.5 amps of LUV power at current state. So I think I'm just gonna future proof a little bit and make a 9 amp CU. Okay, so let's place CU down here and around some terrestrial cables. And then place another flux block here. Alright. Now all that's left is to run the fluid conduits and start these guys up. And yes, by the way, I did complete the wiring cut here. So I'm just gonna give this in extraction and these should start up. So the good thing is that I don't think we're actually gonna have any power problems regarding this guy in the future. And that probably means that the assembly line over here is gonna run better as well. Because now I can use the ZPM overclock without worrying. So I think these guys will eventually split up and do about 41,000 EU per tick for that one with the AUV route holder, and about 48,000 for these guys with the max route holder. Alright, so now that I have reliable power generation, I think it's time to look at the next big step in progression, which I think will be the Infinity Chicken. So this is gonna require quite a lot of stuff that I haven't already made. So this probably is gonna be a pretty not exactly long-term goal, more of a medium-term goal. So let's see. First off, we need some primal mana lubricant. We've made those. So awaken Draconium. So we're gonna need some dragon hearts. These are also made using 5 dragon hearts in a blood altar. Let's actually bookmark all the stuff. So I think I already have 2 dragon hearts. One from the Ender Dragon and one from the Chaos. So I think I can just go around Aurelia, I think it was, and get some more dragon hearts that way. I will have to upgrade my altar to tier 6. So next up on the list is Crystal Matrix. Already made it, that means that I'm gonna have to farm quite a lot of nether stars. Crystal clusters. So there's dark steel plates and one of each crystal. So this actually reminds me how my wool crystals doing over here. So I'll have about 1,000 of each. Alright. I haven't been running that because it does eat into my life events out here. And if you run out of 5%, you get a negative effect. I just haven't been running it. So stem cells I've already made. Now Neutronium is gonna be something new. So I think I read that there's a way of making these pairs of neutrons. Yeah, being slow. So a byproduct of the mighty Ender Chicken being slowly dissolved in liquid antimatter. How does this happen? Well, that's up to you. Which I think I will do that. Eventually throw up a plan in theory that should work. I haven't tested it out, but I hope it works anyway. Grab the glitch cards. I think I already have some of those actually. Infinity box. So that's gonna need a couple of infinity ingots. It's gonna need one awakened draconium and infinity catalysts. And infinity catalysts gonna need empowered diamantine crystal box, silicon rubber, more neutronium, flux box, hardened engineering glass. Okay, this means that I'm gonna need a bunch of mana. And the advanced alchemical construct. So I've actually wondered, so this guy needs a primordial pearl in the recipe. Wonder if he actually takes a full primordial pearl or it only takes durability out there. Cause that's how this guy works, I think. So if you do a craft with it like in Fusion Craft like this, it basically takes a single bit of durability from it. Well, at least I hope I hope I can use that because that means I can just use this one from the quest reward. Alright, so a project that I want to get started on working is going to be this Neutronium. And actually, I previously found out that apparently this Neutronium and this Neutronium are different dates. So I'm gonna have to set up production of both of them eventually. But at least for that now I want to work on the Aberration one. So, in order to automate it, I need to dissolve the ender chicken in liquid antimatter. And I believe it said somewhere that the ender chicken can only be spawned on Aurelia, I think. So I have to go there to actually build the thing. So I gathered up all the stuff inside this chest. Actually, I should grab some ender chest instead. Alright, so I think we're gonna head over to Aurelia and then explain the whole process over there. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna have to find a suitable chunk for this. Now I'm probably gonna go a bit further away from my base here because I think if anything messes up in here, then it could be quite bad. So I think first things first, I'm just gonna build up. Mostly so I don't get annoyed by mobs when I build this thing. So first off, I'm gonna have to make a stone platform. I'm just gonna have to basically border the entire chunk. So kind of like this. So I can actually build this with the builder's hut, I believe. Well, anyways, it's gonna be something like this. Okay, so something like this is gonna work. I'm gonna have to bring up the borders on it a little bit. I'm gonna have to bring it up in a couple of layers. Gonna have two chambers basically. So one is going to be the lower chamber, about 3 blocks of space. So this looks good. So basically it's gonna have to keep going up. Okay, I think that should be enough. So now let's build the partition in between. So it's gonna be something like this. And now I'm thinking of actually raising it up just a bit more. Maybe like 2 more blocks. Okay, that's gonna be fine. I guess can drop the chest here. So I've prepared the ritual pedestal bulge block. So let me just paste it in real quick. I wanna do it in the middle kinda. Maybe something like that. Yeah, that seems like it's in the middle. Yeah, let's add in the ritual pedestal. Now the reason for doing this is because I need to actually run 2 rituals. So the first one is a horologium with a Tritophocara crystal. And now the good thing is that you actually do get the horologium crystal from this quest, the Star Metal Vase one. So I just had to find Alcara. So Alcara basically just reverses the effect from the ritual. I think tile entities get frozen. Fortunately, can't see any of them. Well, I guess the chests are good. I think the chest is getting affected. Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, the tile entities get frozen basically. And so the idea is to spawn the ender chicken and they turn this ritual on quickly. So they get force in place, then I can build a little safety box around them. So first off, I actually have to turn off the ritual. And it's a little bit data-centered, but that's fine. So now I kinda want to run a backup. This does make a very big mess if it messes up. Hopefully this is not gonna cause an issue. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to spawn in the other chickens. Now obviously since the summoning altar is a tile entity itself, I'll have to turn off the ritual for a second. And I'm gonna have to add an allergy. So I guess moment of truth. Let's just start it. So we're gonna need the Quatmai Devil Dust, a shifting star. I did bring it though. Wait, I just forgot. Here from here. Alright. Fingers crossed. Everything goes well, hopefully. Please. And I have to shift I click. Please don't spawn. Oh dang. Why did they all spawn here? What if I break the block underneath? Yeah, I might have to take out the crystal. And hopefully, like, maybe these guys. Oh, okay. That works. So, okay, so the kind of frozen in the full corner. A problem, I think. How did this happen? Although tell me I can't press block here now. Okay, let's try and get them to move around. Okay, how did this guy... Okay, you know what? Screw it. At least those two guys are down there. I can fix this. So now, what I have to do is I have to get my illumination wand. Basically use the starlight power to actually make the blocks unbreakable. In theory, this guy shouldn't be able to get out. Yeah, at least the floor is insulated. Okay, how has this guy moved at all? Okay, I think I finally got these guys. So this one is actually perfectly aligned. So if I go down here, I'm hoping that yeah, everything surrounding them is unbreakable. So now let me try to fix this. In theory, we shouldn't have any holes around here. So let's see if I take out the crystal, do they escape? Nope. They're completely. Okay. So return to the again because there's probably a couple I'm good out of stone, so yeah, I have to use skystone over there. Okay, anyways, so phase one of the project is complete. Let's do another backup. And now, let me actually get this altar. Okay, so phase two is gonna be quite dangerous. So I'm gonna have to basically build out a platform under here that's directly underneath the chicken, so kind of like this, basically. So kind of like this. Do it just one underneath every single chicken like this. Okay, that looks nice. And now then, here comes the moment of truth. Now I have to add antimatter into this. But first, I actually have to get the other ritual, which is in the Vitus ritual, which is basically used in order to give these guys regeneration so they don't die. Okay, let's go. So I think I'm gonna have to make sure every single book has a thing inside it. So I brought two reservoirs. So it's gonna go there and there, there, and over there, I think. And now I'm gonna have to go out and swap out this crystal for this crystal. And we shouldn't be having any problems. And now, are these guys producing neutron piles? Oh yes, they are. Okay, perfect. So now let me actually throw out. So my idea is to basically just place an ender chest, maybe like right there, and just increase the radius of the item collector thingy, and they should get all the parts of neutron. Okay, and I'm not seeing any messes, which is perfect. Okay, let me grab my stuff, then I'll head back home. Oh, and one more thing, let me check out these. Alright, so the next contest, so we have maybe unload the dimension and then load the back again. But for now, at least this reservoir goes inside there. And I could probably keep this crystal inside there as well. So now if I place the ender chest here, am I still getting neutral piles? Yep. Okay, perfect. So now what I think I'm gonna do is maybe replace one of these caches over here. And basically have it kinda like, well, maybe like this. And then have the pile of neutrons just be collected in the cache. And there we go, that should work out fine. So the Aurelia Neutronium production is complete. Now, because I'm also gonna need this version of Neutronium for GregTech, this is made in the fluid, which is made in the Fusion Reactor, which is basically a whole long process. Which means we'll have to go through Mark II and maybe 3 as well. Now for the Mark II, we'll need some Europium. and europium is basically neodymium and hydrogen in a fusion reactor. So this gonna need, what's this, 150 million EU? Is that right? Yeah, seems like it. So I'll have to add in even more energy heads to this. So I've actually been thinking a bit more about this. And to be honest, I think this is going to be a project for a different episode. Now I think I'm gonna end this episode off here and get grinding for some of the other required materials for the infant chicken. Because especially this crystal matrix is kinda scaring me with how many nether stars I actually have to get. So I think I'll actually go make a start on that. So, I just want to thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Now if you will excuse me, I gotta get guiding.